Official ticket marketplace of the Houston Cougars. The Texas Department of Transportation. Keep our roads clean and remember that don't mess with Texas means don't litter. And by Bullpen Marketing. Hit a grand slam with your branded merchandise. Visit bullpenmarketing.com for more information. This is the Bud Light Courtside Show. Let's go courtside. Here's the voice of Houston Cougars basketball, Jeremy Branham. Presented by The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of Houston Athletics.
Number 4, Houston. Number 8, Kansas from Fog Allen Fieldhouse, the mecca of college basketball. I'm Jeremy Branham saying hello from Lawrence, Kansas. Happy to have you with us this afternoon as the Houston Cougars, the 4th team in the country, on the road to take on number 8, Kansas Jayhawks. Cougars 19-2 on the year, 6-2 in Big 12 play. They most recently beat Texas in overtime, 76-72. Cougars with that victory, making it 5 in a row. Started off Big 12 play 1-2, won 5 straight, now 6-2 on the year. Jamal Shedd in that contest, which came back on Monday, feels like an eternity ago, had 25 points in that overtime win, 8 rebounds, which was a season high. Also chipped in with 4 assists. LJ Cryer had 14 points. Jawan Roberts with 14 points, 8 rebounds. And Emmanuel Sharp had 13 points, 8 rebounds, and a fun one in Austin. Now it's another fun one in Lawrence, inside of Fog Allen Fieldhouse, where the students were camped out. They were here hours before the game. Already a packed house, about 15 minutes before tip-off between these two top 10 teams. Kansas 17-4 on the year. They're 5-3 in Big 12 play. They won earlier this week, defeating Oklahoma State 83-54. They shot 58% in that game. They held Oklahoma State to 29% shooting. And one of their All-Americans, Kevin McCullough, didn't play in that game, but all 5 starters that did go scored in double figures, led by Hunter Dickinson, 16 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double for him. He's averaging a double-double, over 18.5 points, over 11 rebounds a game. KJ Adams had 16 points in that victory as well. Oklahoma State has alternated wins and losses in the last 5 games, but they have not lost here. 11-0 when playing inside of Fog Allen Fieldhouse this year, and that's no coincidence. Kansas has been dominant here over the years. Last year, they lost 1 game. They lost to TCU inside of this building. In fact, they've lost 1 home game in each of the previous 4 seasons. They went undefeated the year prior to that. They're undefeated currently inside of the Allen Fieldhouse. They have just 4 home losses in the last 6 years when playing in front of the home fans in Lawrence. So the Cougars certainly know they have their hands full. And then you look at the personnel for Kansas, a couple of superstar college basketball players. Hunter Dickinson, the transfer from Michigan, was a 3rd-team All-American 2 years ago. He's 2nd in the Big 12 in scoring. We mentioned over 18.5 points, averaging over 11 rebounds a game as well, which is tops in the Big 12. He's a behemoth, 7'2", 260-pound center that averages that double-double. And then Kevin McCullough, a transfer from Texas Tech, a Big 12 3rd-team selection. He leads the conference in scoring, averaging a shade under 20 points per contest. Also chips in with 6.5 rebounds. Also chips in with just over 4.5 assists. And he should be rested because he did not play in that win against Oklahoma State earlier the week. And then they have some critical role players. DeJuan Harris, one of the better point guards in the Big 12, and KJ Adams, who Kelvin Samson called the most underrated player on the Kansas Jayhawk basketball team. So it's the number 4 Houston Cougars putting their 5-game winning streak on the line against the 8th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks, putting their perfect record inside of Fog Allen on the line. We'll step aside for a moment. We come back. We'll take a look at some of the scores from around the Big 12, top 25. We'll also hear from the head coach of the Houston Cougars, Kelvin Samson. That is next as you listen to Houston basketball from Learfield.
When you drive a Ford truck, there's strength in numbers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 straight years and the best in Texas. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty offer the strength to help you be at your very best. Drive one today at your best in Texas Ford dealer. There's a great selection in stock based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim... Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first. I'm Ethan Hawk, native Texan, here to talk to you about Texan icons. See, there's one Texas icon that does more for us than any other. A little trash barrel named Daryl. You've seen him on billboards and TV. This trash barrel reminds us to keep our state clean so you don't mess with Texas. Next time you think of Texas icons, remember Daryl the Barrel, who's always reminding you, don't mess with Texas means don't litter. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync my game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. You're listening to Cougs Basketball on the Houston Sports Network from Learfield.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first. I'm Ethan Hawk, native Texan, here to talk to you about Texan icons. See, there's one Texas icon that does more for us than any other. A little trash barrel named Daryl. You've seen him on billboards and TV. This trash barrel reminds us to keep our state clean so you don't mess with Texas. Next time you think of Texas icons, remember Daryl the Barrel, who's always reminding you, don't mess with Texas means don't litter. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
We welcome you back into the Cougar pregame show, courtside for Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. It's 15 minutes of tip-off presented by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Top 10 showdown in Fog Allen as the Cougars looking to get a road victory against Kansas, something that no team in the country has been able to do this year. Let's take a peek at the Big 12 scoreboard while we have the opportunity. 7 minutes left to play in Fort Worth. Texas leading 25th ranked TCU 60-57. Under 3 minutes left to play in the second half in Stillwater. Oklahoma State with a 68-64 lead against Kansas State. Coming up later in the Big 12, UCF is home for number 23 Oklahoma. 15th ranked Texas Tech welcomes Cincinnati into Lubbock. Number 22 BYU on the road in West Virginia. And a top 20 showdown in Waco. 18th ranked Baylor is home for number 12 Iowa State. Games in the top 25. Less than a minute left to play. Number 9 Marquette in front of Georgetown 91-53. It's 17th ranked Utah State leading San Diego State 18-17 with 10.5 left to go in the first. That one just getting underway. Coming up later in the top 25, number 16 Auburn is at Ole Miss. 20th ranked Florida Atlantic hosts Tulsa. Number 3 North Carolina home for number 7 Duke. The other top 10 matchup in the country, there's 3 of them. Us, Duke, North Carolina, and number 10 Kentucky home for number 5 Tennessee. Number 24 Alabama hosting Mississippi State. In a final from the top 25 earlier, UConn wins their 10th straight. Top team in the country defeats St. John's 77-64. Cougar basketball brought to you apart by Cruises.com. With more cruises than ever departing from Galveston, there's never been a better time to set sail from Texas. The experts at Cruises.com help you select the cruise that's right for you. At Cruises.com, you always get the lowest rates, everything that the cruise lines offer, plus exclusive onboard perks. Cruises.com is a smart way to book a cruise from Galveston and the official cruise partner of U of H Athletics. Time now for our conversation with head coach Kelvin Samson.
Welcome you back into the Cougar pregame show. You catch you down at tip-off. Houston Cougars and the Kansas Jayhawks. Joined by the head coach of the Houston Cougars, Kelvin Samson. Coach, you played in this building a time or two. You've called it the Mecca of college basketball. What's it like playing here?
Well, if you're a fan, it's, you always have a great team. They always have outstanding coach, and they have 16,500 every night. They take pride in their program, and they've been doing it a long time through multiple coaches, through multiple athletic directors, and this the epitome of the great programs. I mean, they get the best players in the country in front of the best fan base in the country, and there's an expectation of a national championship here every year.
You mentioned the talent, a couple of All-American caliber players, a national championship point guard. When you watch them on film, what sticks out to you?
I think later in the season, as you go, depth is probably least important because most of your games are on, ESPN or CBS, which means the timeouts are longer. They play fast, but they don't look to push it all the time because if they do, they're playing away from Dickinson. Obviously, Bill knows what he's doing. Got to help them. They've got 4 first-team All-Big 12 players, 2 first-team All-Americans, but 4 first-team All-Big 12 players. DeJuan Harris, won a state championship. He won a national championship. He's their point guard. KJ Adams is their 4, starting 4-man on a national championship team. McCullough, Dickinson, and Jamal, I would say one of those 3 would be the player of the year in the Big 12, but they have 2 of them. And one is a 7'2", 260-pound center who gives everybody problems. Everybody. I don't care how tall the other team center is, he gives them problems. Then McCullough's a jack of all trades. He's really, really good just about everything. He's really improved his shooting, improved his ball handling, tremendous rebounder, and he's a tremendous competitor. So, but the Furphy kid, 6'9", tremendous shooter, plays hard. When somebody says Cougar basketball, most people that follow us know what that means. But Jayhawk basketball is an adjective as just much as a noun because of how much they adore their basketball here. But they have a tremendous team. They've got All-Americans coming off the bench, All-Americans in the starting lineup, so they're a problem for everybody.
Coach, appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Okay, thank you.
Kevin Samson, head coach of the Houston Cougars, stopping by in the Cougar pregame show. Starting live tip-off when we return. This is Houston basketball from Learfield.
When you drive a Ford truck, there's strength in numbers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 straight years and the best in Texas. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty offer the strength to help you be at your very best. Drive one today at your best in Texas Ford dealer. There's a great selection in stock based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
I'm Stuart Gus, official personal injury attorney of U of H Athletics. If you've been injured in an auto accident, big or small, who you have on your team matters. You can trust Gus to get you the best possible results for your case. If you've been injured in an accident, the name you can trust is Stuart J. Gus. As the official personal injury lawyer of U of H Athletics, you can count on my all-star team to fight for your rights like champions.
Call 866-TRUST-GUS today. TrustGus.com. Principal Office, Houston, Texas.
I'm Ethan Hawke, native Texan, here to talk to you about Texan icons. See, there's one Texas icon that does more for us than any other. A little trash barrel named Daryl. You've seen him on billboards and TV. This trash barrel reminds us to keep our state clean so you don't mess with Texas. Next time you think of Texas icons, remember Daryl the Barrel, who's always reminding you, don't mess with Texas means don't litter. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
The Houston Sports Network. Network.
The screen tries to turn the corner. Underneath for Walker to 2 and flush.
From Learfield.
Left side of the iron, no Arsenault, the offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Goes away from the double screen, sends it to Walker. Walker straight on for 3. Got it.
Houston Cougar basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And by the Texas Department of Transportation. Reminding you that don't mess with Texas means don't litter. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of Houston Athletics. Alongside Hall of Famer Elvin Hayes. Here's the voice of Houston Cougars basketball, Jeremy Branham.
Hello again from Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, where we have a top 10 showdown between the 4th-ranked Houston Cougars and the 8th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks. Before we meet the starters for this afternoon's game, let's pause for station identification along the Houston Sports Network. Jeremy Branham courtside at Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. Sold out crowd for the 365th game in a row in what is the 65th season of the Allen Fieldhouse. Give you the starting lineups first for the visiting Houston Cougars, number 4 team in the country, 19-2 on the season, 6-2 in Big 12 play. Starting lineup that you become accustomed to, the point guard, 6'1 senior from Manor, Jamal Shedd. Shedd coming off the 25-point, 8-rebound, 4-assist performance. He's averaging nearly 12.5 points a game, just under 6 assists per game, which is 3rd best in the Big 12. He's also averaging just over 2 steals a game, which is good for 3rd in the Big 12. He's joined in the backcourt by the 6'1 senior from Morton Ranch, L.J. Cryer. Cryer averaging 15 points a game, 8th best in the Big 12. Out of the wing for the Houston Cougars, the 6'3 sophomore from Tampa, Florida, is Emmanuel Sharp. Sharp averaging 12 points a game and just over 4 rebounds per contest. Down low for the Houston Cougars, the 6'7", 235-pound redshirt senior from the Virgin Islands is Jawan Roberts. Roberts averaging just over 8.5 points and just over 7 rebounds per game. 6th in the Big 12 in rebounds, by the way, and rounding out the starting 5 for the Houston Cougars is the 6'8", 240-pound junior from New Orleans, Xavier Francis. Francis averaging 6 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. He's also 4th in the Big 12 in blocks with 1.5 per contest. So again, the starting 5 for the Houston Cougars, Shedd, Cryer, Sharp, Roberts, and Francis. The head coach for the Houston Cougars is Kelvin Samson, 751 lifetime victories in his 35th year as a head coach. He's in his 10th year in Houston, 250 wins against 76 losses. He's 0-7 all-time inside the Allen Fieldhouse. Now the starting lineup for the home team, as you can tell. The Kansas Jayhawks, 17-4 on the year, 5-3 in Big 12 play. Their point guards, the 6'2 senior from Columbia, Missouri, DeJuan Harris. Harris, the 2023 Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 7.5 points, just under 7 assists per game, which leads the Big 12 in that category. He's joined in the backcourt by the 6'7", 210-pound grad senior from San Antonio, Kevin McCullough. McCullough's averaging a shade under 20 points per contest, leads the Big 12 in scoring for the Texas Tech transfer. He's also 10th in the league in rebounding, just under 6.5, 8th in the league in assists, just over 4.5. Out on the wing, 6'9" freshman from Australia is Johnny Furphy. Furphy averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds a game. Down low, 6'7", 235-pound junior from Austin Westlake High School in Austin is KJ Adams. He averages a shade under 13 points, a shade under 5 rebounds a game. And rounding out the starting 5, the 7'2", 260-pound senior from Alexandria, Virginia, Hunter Dickinson. Dickinson averaging just over 18.5 points a game, 2nd in the Big 12, just over 11 rebounds a game, which leads the Big 12. Also 7th in the league in blocks, just under 1.5. They have the top 2 league scorers in the Big 12. Head coach for the Kansas Jayhawks is Bill Self, 798 career victories. He's in his 31st year. So Self was 789 wins. Samson was 751 wins. Self is in his 21st year at Kansas, where he's won 582 basketball games. Kelvin Samson calls this place the Mecca of college basketball. It's been labeled the loudest college basketball arena in the country. It's been called the best place in America to watch college basketball. And a sold-out Phog Allen Fieldhouse is coming alive just ahead of tip-off. Student sections on both baselines. They were camped out last night. They were here in line early today. They filled both baselines all the way to the top of the rafters. They're jumping up and down right now, trying to get themselves one of the best home field advantages in all of college basketball. It's an arena built 65 years ago. Old field house, farm-style basketball arena. Doesn't have the bells and whistle. It's just loaded in tradition. They just showed the decibel levels on the video board. It's up to 126. This building, at one point, set the Guinness World Record for the loudest arena in the world. Francis will jump center against Hunter Dickinson. The officials are Sermons, Pettigrew, and Self. Francis wins the tip, and we're underway from Phog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. Cougars attack the basket to our right. Cougars move it left to right in the first half. Jamal Shed with it right wing, finds Sharp. Sharp top of the key. The lob for Francis, who hammers it home. The alley-oop, and the Cougars landing the first punch as they take a 2-0 lead. The lob from Sharp and the slam by Francis. Harris pass up top. Gets into the hands of Adams. Adams down the left side of the lane, off the glass for two, and he ties it up with 19:27 to go in the first. Jamal Shed into the front court for Houston, over towards the sideline left side, lobs it up top to Cryer. Cryer dribbles it over to the right wing, into the post for Roberts, has Adams on his back. Roberts fakes the pass, puts it on the bounce, kicks it over left corner. Shed, catch and shoot three, too strong, no good. Rebound loose, and it's chased down by Harris. Harris into the front court for Adams. Adams dribble handoff right side, Furphy, now back between the rings to Harris. Harris at the logo, setting it up. Left side where he's picked up by Shed. Harris top of the arc for Adams, into the post for Dickinson. Turn spin, left hand hook is good. And Dickinson gives Kansas the 4-2 advantage. 18:40 to go in the first half. Shed into the front court, over to the right wing, to the logo now for Cryer. Cryer driving down the baseline, back into the left corner. Hesitation, dribble comes off the screen. Sends it up top to Sharp, 13 to shoot. Sharp into the post again for Roberts, baseline right side. Roberts backing it in. Roberts into the lane, left hand hook, bounces off the hill and then bounces through. He got the fortuitous bounce, and he ties the game at 4 with 18:14 left to go in the first. Harris into the front court, left of the logo, defended by Shed. Harris left to right, towards the sideline right side. Harris into the right corner for Furphy. Furphy puts it on the bounce, dribbles it outside, left of the logo, McCullough into the left corner for Harris. Harris off the Dickinson screen, sends it over to Murphy. Inside to Dickinson, misses the baby hook, but gets his own tip-in rebound as Dickinson with another bucket, 6-4 Kansas lead. 17:43 left to go first half. Roberts hands it off to Cryer. Cryer left of the logo. Cryer over to the right sideline, wants to get into the post again, trying to get to Roberts. Adams went around Roberts and batted it away through the sideline. So the Cougars will inbound sideline right side, 15 to shoot. 17:32 to go in the first half. Kansas with a 6-4 lead. Shed will inbound for the Cougars. Into Francis, hands it right back off to Shed. Shed between the rings for the Cougars with 12 to shoot. Shed on the bounce, left wing to Sharp. Sharp wants to attack. Sharp to the free throw line. Turns, spins, fades, shoots. Short, no. And the weak side rebound to Dickinson. Outlet to Adams. Adams into the front court, picked up by Roberts. Adams sends into the right corner. Catch and shoot. McCullough three, and he hits. And McCullough's talking to the Cougar bench after he made that shot. 9-4 Kansas. 17 minutes to go in the first. Shed into the front court, now to Roberts, hands it off to Sharp, back to Shed, left of the logo. Shed off the screen, finds Cryer. Cryer catch and shoot, three, it's short, and it's rebounded by McCullough for Kansas. McCullough into the front court, picked up by Sharp. McCullough hesitation dribble. Now dribbles back outside, right wing, sends it into the post for Dickinson. He gets double teamed, and then he's fouled on the pass off. See who they call it on. Cougars don't like the call, and the official telling something to the Cougar bench. That's called on Francis. It's his first, team's first. And now Pettigrews telling McCullough, don't talk to the bench again. JoJo Tugler's going to check into the game for Houston. Tugler, the 6'7" freshman from Cy Falls in the Houston area, is averaging just under 4 points, just over 4 rebounds a game. He's ninth in the Big 12 in blocks with just over 1 a contest. Harris will inbound baseline right side. Lobs it into the right corner to Dickinson. Dickinson picks up the dribble. Now back right of the logo to Furphy. Furphy off the Dickinson screen. Lobs it to Dickinson. Dickinson to the free throw line. His left-hand runner is good. And it's an 11-4 Kansas lead. 7-0 Jayhawk run. So we go under 16:20 to go in the first half. Shed into the front court. Sends it to Cryer left sideline. Cryer off the Tugler screen. Picks up the dribble. Left sideline to Shed. Shed's going to set the screen. Hard hedge by Kansas. Shed turns the corner. The runner from the right elbow is good, and it snaps the 7-0 run. 11-6 Kansas, under 16 minutes to go in the first half. Harris walks it into the front court for the Jayhawks. Little hesitation dribble, left sideline, bounce pass to Adams between the rings, McCullough. Back to Adams, top of the key to Furphy now, right wing. Lobs it to Adams. Adams the jump stop, fires it left corner to Harris. Harris for three, and he hits. Harris hits the left corner three. It's a 14-6 Kansas lead with 15.5 to go in the first. Cryer left wing. Cryer to Sharp right of the logo. Sharp into the post for Roberts. Roberts faces up. Roberts into the lane. Roberts left side of the lane. Roberts a tough left hand off the glass for two as he falls to the floor to get the shot to fall. 14-8 Kansas. Here's Adams on the drive. Cut off by Tugler. Finds the cutting Furphy. Furphy's layup is blocked, but they're going to call a goal. Furphy with the ball fake, got Emmanuel Sharp to blow by, and then Tugler goaltended a little teardrop by Furphy. As we hit our first timeout, and the fans inside of Fog Allen like what they see. 15:02 left to go in the first half. Kansas with an 8-point lead. It's 16-8. Cougars will have the basketball when we return. This is Houston basketball from Learfield.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
At Progressive, we love sports and saving you money, so we bundled them together.
Top of the 7th looks like a pitching change as they've set up for a corner kick. The two black belts have entered the mat, and the slider is low and away. He heads the ball to midfield. This is quite a kumite. Here comes the roundhouse. Has it got enough gas to get out of here? Unbelievable! They've bundled their home and auto insurance with Progressive. Kick savings pitch karate.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If you feel like you're getting sacked by your current electricity provider, Rhythm Energy is here to help. They're bringing good energy to the Cougar Nation by offering 100% green electricity plans. And after you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll get $100 in bill credits. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH for this deal. Just for Cougars fans. Terms and conditions apply.
$15:02 left to play first half from Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. And it's a 16-8 Kansas lead. The officials did review the goaltending call That took us to the media timeout. Close shave instant replay brought to you by Barbasol. And they, I'm still looking at it. I haven't seen confirmation, but it did look like Tugler got it right when it started its descent to the goal. So it looks like it's going to stand. And it's a 16-8 Kansas lead. Kansas 7 of 8 to start this game. And you just hope the law of averages start to work their way out. But this Jayhawk team, different team when they're playing at home. I just showed the final of the Oklahoma State-Kansas State game. Oklahoma State won 75-72. And Kansas, they were fans of that score. They're not huge fans of Kansas State. Cougar basketball brought to you by King Ranch Equipment. King Ranch is always at your side with the right John Deere for your home, farm, or commercial construction. King Ranch's 12 locations are packed with lawn equipment, Gator vehicles, tractors, all built up to last. Find your John Deere today at KingRanchAgTurf.com. 16-8 start for Kansas, 7 of their first 8. Hunter Dickinson has 6 of the Kansas 16. Good ball movement so far for Kansas. Cougars would like to double Dickinson once he gets the ball in the post. Well, he really hasn't had it for long down there. If he does get it down there, it's a quick shot. Sometimes been dribbling into the post, starting on the perimeter. Cougar leading scorer Jawan Roberts with 4. Same 5 on the floor that left the floor for Houston. Shed, Cryer, Sharp, Roberts, and Tugler. Kansas is showing some full court man-to-man. They have the same 5 too. Harris, McCullough, Furphy, Adams, Dickinson. Kansas does not have a very deep bench. Something the Cougars would like to exploit, but haven't been able to draw a foul yet. Into Cryer, right back to Shed, and now Kansas will sag back, although it is McCullough defending Shed. So Kansas using some size on him. Over to the right side, Sharp. Sharp tried to get to the baseline, cut off by Furphy. Sharp gets it back. Pass to Tugler, handoff to Sharp. Sharp at the elbow, fadeaway 15-footer is good. And Emmanuel Sharp able to bury it coming out of the timeout to get the Cougars within 6. 16-10, 14-40 in the first. Cougars trying to sustain this surge to start the game. Harris dribble handoff to Adams. Adams left to right, over to McCullough. McCullough into the post, Dickinson. Here comes the double team. Kick out pass right corner, Furphy. Catch and shoot 3. Good. Kansas has hit their first 3 threes. They've made their last 6 shots. They're 8 for 9, and they lead by 9. 19-10, 14-15 in the first. Over to the right wing for Shed. Shed off the Tugler screen. Left wing Roberts. Roberts hands it off to Sharp. Sharp, left wing for 3. Back iron, no. Long rebound, Furphy. Outlet to McCullough. Does not have the numbers. And McCullough loses it out of bounds. Last touch by Houston, though. Out of bounds, off of Houston. The crowd here wanted an offensive foul on Emmanuel Sharp on the other end. There was a little bit of contact there. But it was mostly body. I mean, it was all body, actually. 0 to do with the arms. So McCullough will inbound sideline right side. 13:59 to go in the first, up by 9. Between the rings to Harris. Harris to McCullough, left of the logo. McCullough bounce pass Adams. Free throw line. Oh, he threw the pass to Dickinson. He wasn't looking, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover Kansas. Miscommunication there. They just weren't on the same page. Adams thought that Dickinson was going to get the pass. Dickinson thought Adams was going to shoot it, and it leads to a turnover. Cougar ball, 13:48 in the first, down by 9. Here's Shed with the blow-by, behind-the-back dribble, picks up his dribble as he lost it, and now shovels it back to Sharp. Sharp between the rings, over to the left wing, lobs it to Tugler, top of the key, hands it off to Sharp. Sharp to the free throw line, jumper there, in and out, no good. McCullough, the rebound, is a good look, just didn't get it to fall. McCullough into the front court for Kansas. Over to the left wing, bounce pass into the post for Dickinson. Dickinson tries to spin baseline, throws it to Furphy, can't handle the pass in the right corner, and it goes out of bounds. Pass was a little too hot to handle. Maybe some miscommunication there, or at least being not on the same page. I think Dickinson thought that Furphy was going to camp out behind the three-point line. Instead, Furphy cut. And back-to-back turnovers for Kansas. Cougar ball, 13-12 in the first, down by 9. Shed at the logo for the Cougars. Bounce pass to Roberts. Roberts posting it up on Adams. Left side. Roberts into the lane. Roberts turns, spins, tries to create some space. Is fouled going up, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. KJ Adams went for the ball, and Roberts, when he went up with the shot, got raked across the arms. Bill Seff arguing the call, but that's pretty obvious. I don't know whether the argument is there. Hey, but fans are going to fan. Juwan Roberts will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throws either way. Roberts a 55% free throw shooter. The Kansas student section waving at him, trying to distract him at the free throw line. Roberts, the first of 2 is good. And he makes it an 8-point game, 19-11. One more free throw for Roberts. Now the Kansas student section using the gesture that referees use for a travel to try to distract them. Roberts second, can't get the roll. Front of the iron off the right side. Furphy the rebound for Kansas and shovels it to Harris. 19-11 Kansas, under 13 minutes to go in the first. Into the front court, Harris. Harris picked up by Shed. Harris between the rings, bounce pass to the McCullough, lobs it inside over the head of Dickinson. Roberts is there for the loose ball. Outlet to Cryer. 3 straight turnovers. Cryer pull up 3. It's short, no good. Roberts the offensive rebound, falling out of bounds. He saves it off of Dickinson. Roberts falling out of bounds, throws it off of Dickinson, and it'll be Cougar ball. The Kansas bench is unhappy. We'll take a look at the rebound here. Oh, I think you got it right. Roberts, right before his left foot came down, he threw it off of Dickinson. That's a good call by Kelly Self. Inbound to Tugler. Tugler left wing. Parker Brown into the game for Dickinson. Brown, a grad senior. Pass inside, ball loose. Picked up by Adams. Adams the other way for Kansas. Finds McCullough. McCullough center the lane, and a foul called on Houston as Cryer was defending McCullough, and somehow Cryer gets the foul, his first. This will be 2 free throws from McCullough, an 82% free throw shooter. 19-11 Kansas. Kansas made their last 6 shots. Now turnovers on their last 3 possessions have hurt them. But now McCullough at the line. First of 2 free throws on the way, and it's good. Malik Wilson into the game for Cryer. Ramon Walker's into the game for Roberts. Wilson, 6'2 senior from Rayville, Louisiana. Same hometown as Elvin Hayes. And Ramon Walker, 6'4 junior from Shadow Creek. One more free throw for McCullough. A chance to make it a 10-point game. It's on the way, and it's good. Kansas has a double-digit lead, 21-11, with 12:24 left to go in the first. Kansas can't miss. 8 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 3 from downtown. Shed into the front court. Between the rings, picks up the dribble. Now to Sharp left wing. Back to Shed at the logo. Here comes Tugler. Shed uses the screen, dribbles left. Now hesitation dribble to the left side. His runner from the left elbow is short. Rebound grab by Brown. The outlet to Jackson. Marco Jackson into the game, the freshman from New Jersey, a McDonald's All-American. Sends it up top to Braun. And now over to the right side to Harris. Harris right wing, hesitation dribble. Harris the crossover into the right corner, Adams. Adams down the baseline, sends it left wing Jackson. Top of the arc McCullough, fakes right, goes left. Finds the cutting Adams for the hoop, and he slams it home down the left baseline. 23-11, Kelvin Samson wants a timeout. Kansas has made 7 of their last 7 shots, 7 in a row from the floor, and they've opened up a 12-point lead on the Cougars with 11:31 left to go in the first half. Kansas 23, Houston 11. This is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
Head on over to Little Woodrow's Bar and Grill. With multiple Houston locations and everyday specials, there's no better
When you drive a Ford truck, there's strength in numbers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 straight years and the best in Texas. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty offer the strength to help you be at your very best. Drive one today at your Best in Texas Ford dealer. There's a great selection in stock based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Let's give one more round of applause today for Patrick Schmitz.
11:31 left to go first half from Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, where the Jayhawks lead the Cougars by a dozen. 23-11. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Kohl's. It's a new season at Kohl's with everyday styles at great prices. You can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. 12-point Kansas lead, 23-11. Kansas 9 of 10 from the floor. They've made their last 7 shots. Only thing that has gotten in their way, 3 turnovers. Cougars 5 of 12, which isn't horrible, but 0 of 4 of downtown. Kansas is also dominating on the glass as the Jayhawks have out-rebounded the Cougars 8-1 so far. Now, a little misleading because Houston only had 1 chance at a defensive rebound. Kansas had some chance at some more defensive rebounds. Cougars have missed 7 shots. Offensive rebounds even at 1 apiece. Leading scorer, Hunter Dickinson. He has 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Kevin McCullough has 5 points, as does Johnny Furphy. Cougar leading scorer is Jawan Roberts with 5, and then you have Francis, Shedd, and Sharp that each have 2 apiece. Kansas already has their 5 back on the floor. Harris, Jackson, McCullough, Adams, and Brown. Parker Brown, yes, it's pronounced Brown. His dad, Donnie Brown. His brother is Christian Brown, who was on the 2022 National Championship team. Kansas claims 6 national titles, 2-time Helms National Championship. That was in the 20s, 1922, 1923. And then 4 national championships once tournament play started, 52, 88, 08, and then 22. Cougar basketball coming out of the timeout. Shedd, Wilson, Cryer, Walker, and Francis the 5 for Houston. Wilson has the ball left wing, sends it up top to Shedd. Shedd off the screen to the right wing. Hard hedge there. Shedd the crossover dribble. 9 to shoot, hands it off to Cryer. Cryer dribbles it upside with 7 to shoot. Here comes the screen. Cryer off the screen. They hedge it. Left side Wilson, left corner Walker for 3. It's short, no good. McCullough the rebound. Francis came down hard. Wilson the steal. Francis is down in the paint. Kick out Cryer, left wing. He missed the shot. They stopped play to check on Francis as he came down hard going after the rebound. He went up high and then came down on his ribs. Johnny Houston out to take a look at Javier Francis. As he went up for the board, and you could hear a giant thud in the middle of the paint. Even with this big crowd, Kelvin Samson's out looking at Francis too. Francis in a lot of pain. They're helping him onto his feet. Cougars already with a short-handed with their bigs. Loss of the Terrence Arsenault. Oh, Francis went up high. He got undercut by Brown and then kind of leaned back for the rebound and had it yanked out of his hands by McCullough as he landed flat on his back. So he went up for the board and Brown got underneath him. And then when he reached back for the rebound, McCullough and Francis both had it, and then McCullough was able to kind of wrestle it away because he was in better positioning. And when he wrestled it away, Francis came straight down. That was just nothing McCullough did, but Brown getting underneath them is what led to that big fall. So Francis will leave the game. Hope he's all right. Tugler will check in for Francis. 11 minutes left to go in the first. Cougars down by 12. Shedd will inbound sideline left side into Tugler, hands it back to Shedd. Shedd between the rings with McCullough defending. Shedd over to the right sideline, Wilson. Wilson's going to attack. Wilson free throw line, fadeaway jumper is in and out, no good. And it's rebounded by Adams. Adams into the front court for Kansas, picked up by Walker. Hands it off to Harris. Harris back to the logo. Wilson defends there. Harris spins away from traffic, sends it over to the left wing. Jackson back between the rings to Adams, 11 to shoot. Adams wants to go to work on Walker, backing it in now to the elbow where he picks up his dribble. Bounce pass inside. Shed knocks it away. And it goes out of bounds through the sideline in front of the Cougar bench with 5 to shoot. And now Jawan Roberts will check into the game for Ramon Walker. So Kansas will inbound sideline right side. McCullough to defend. McCullough to inbound. Shed will defend it. 5 to shoot. McCullough lobs it into the post. Adams Cougars double it. Adams up top. Catch and shoot. Harris 3. Air ball. Rebound Brown. The putback blocked by Tugler. The rebound by Cryer. Out to Shed. Shed into the front court for Houston. Shovels it back to Tugler. Hands it back to Shed. Shed fakes the pass, puts it on the bounce. Kick out to Cryer. Cryer driving, free throw line, leaning in, the right hand off the hill. No, but Tugler's there for the putback dunk. What a jam by JoJo Tugler. Cuts the deficit to 10, 23-13. Jackson driving in, the ball fake, turn, spin, fake, now passes it back to McCullough. 9:48 to go in the first. McCullough sends it into the left corner. Harris throws the lob for Adams up at the right hand. No, and a foul's called on Tugler. Tugler had the contest and gets called for the foul. First on Tugler, third team foul. Tugler can't believe it. There'll be 2 free throws for Adams, a 61% free throw shooter. Cougars currently playing without Francis, who's over on the Cougar bench being tended to by John Houston. First of 2 for Adams is good. 24-13. Emmanuel Sharp will check into the game from Malik Wilson. 1 more free throw for Adams. Dickinson's back into the game for Kansas. As is Furphy. McCullough and Brown go out. Adams' second free throws in and out, no good. Rebounded by Roberts. 11-point Kansas lead, 9:39. Lob ahead to Tugler, beats the defense back, and he's fouled going up. Dickinson fouled him from behind as he went up for the slam. So Tugler gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be the first on Dickinson. Second team foul. So Tugler will shoot a pair, 46% free throw shooter. Francis has a heating pad on his left abdomen. Tugler, the first of 2, is good. 24-14. Cougars are trying to stay in this right now and hope the shooting evens out. Kansas made 7 of the last 9. Houston's missed 7 of their last 8. 1 more for Tugler. It's on the way, and Tugler makes both. 9-point game, 24-15. 9:36 left to play in the first half. Inbound to Harris. Harris will bring it into the front court for Kansas. Harris off the screen, lobs it up top to Adams. Adams drives, that's still pass to Dickinson. Misses the layup. Tugler the rebound. Outlet to Cryer. Cryer shovels it back to Shed, finds the trailing Sharp. Left wing 3, it's short, no good. Long rebound, Furphy. Furphy has numbers. Furphy passes it right side, Jackson. Jackson to the hoop, pass inside, locked away. Sharp comes away with it. Ahead to Shed, beats everybody back. Shed misses the layup. Rebound Kansas, ahead to Harris. Harris left of the logo, back up top to Adams. Over to the right wing, Jackson. Jackson up top to Dickinson. Dickinson, left corner, Harris. Harris lobs it to Dickinson. Dickinson, cross-court pass, right wing. Furphy for 3. Nobody's fouled by Shed. Shed fouls him his first. Furphy will shoot 3. So the Cougars could have cut it down to 7, but Shed misses the easy layup. And then Shed fouls Furphy on a 3-point closeout. He'll get 3 free throws. A 70% free throw shooter hits the first. Damian Dunn will check in for Shed. He's not going to allow him yet because there's 3 free throws here. 2 more to go. Back to a 10-point game, 25-15. Murphy second, misses the second. Davey Dunn officially into the game now. 6'5", senior from North Carolina, 7.5 points, 2.5 rebounds. Jackson and Harris will check out. McCullers back in. And Nicholas Timberlake, 6'4", grad senior from Massachusetts into the game, a transfer from Towson, averaging just under 4 points a game. Murphy gets the third free throw to fall, makes 2 of 3, and it's an 11-point Kansas lead, 26-15, with 8:37 left to go in the first half. Sharp to Roberts, right wing to Cryer. Cryer into the corner. Dickinson went down. Dunn can't attack it, though. Hands it off to Sharp. Sharp on the bounce, wants to attack. Sharp to the hoop, draws contact, no call. Rebound grab by Roberts. Roberts, the putback left hand, too strong. And then Timberlake is fouled by Emmanuel Sharp. Going for the loose ball. Or going for the reach-in, rather. That'll be the 15th foul on Houston, first on Sharp. Kansas ball up by 11, 8:15 left to go in the first. Inbound to McCullough. McCullough brings it into the front court, picked up by Sharp. McCullough between the rings, off the screen, pocket pass, Adams to the hoop. Adams right hand off the glass for 2. 28-15, Kansas in front, under 8 minutes left to go in the half. Emmanuel Sharp into the front court for Houston, over to the left sideline. Sharp off the screen. Sharp now uses the Tugler screen, passes it inside. Tugler skip pass to Cryer, batted away by McCullough. McCullough in the open floor with a 2-hand slam. And Kelvin Samson will take another timeout. .6-0 run for Kansas as the Jayhawks doubling up the Cougars 30-15. 7:39 left to go in the first half. Cougars like to battle back when we return. This is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
The only thing better than a 100-yard kickoff return has to be what UH's official energy company, Rhythm Energy, is giving Cougar fans. Right now, after you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan to power your home, you'll get $100 in bill credits to put toward future electricity bills. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH to get this good energy. Terms and conditions apply.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first. Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
A 6-0 run for Kansas has forced Kelvin Samson to use his second first-half timeout. Jayhawks leading the Cougars 30-15. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Rhythm Energy, the official energy company of U of H athletics. And they're bringing good energy to every U of H student, professor, faculty member, and fan. They're giving you something to cheer about. After you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll get $100 in bill credits toward future bills. Just visit rhythm.com/UH. Terms and conditions apply. Kansas continuing to have a hot hand from the floor. Jayhawks 11 for 15 from the floor. They're shooting 73%. They've hit 3 of their 4 3-pointers. Meanwhile, the Cougars 6 for 20, 30%. They've missed their last 4 shots, and they've missed 11 of their last 12. And they have not made a 3, 0 for 6. from behind the three-point line. Rebounding favors Kansas as well. It's a little bit skewed because the Cougars haven't had many chances at defensive rebounds because Kansas has made 11 of 15 of their shots. But Kansas out-rebounding the Cougars 14-6. 3 Jayhawks have 7. Adams, McCullough, and Furphy each with 7 apiece. Cougar leading scorer is Roberts. He has 5. Xavier Francis, who came down hard on that, really on his back, maybe lower right back, or left back. Continues to have that heating pad on. He stayed with his team on the bench. I think that's a good sign. 7:39 left to go, first half. Cougars down by 15, and probably would like to get this down to single digits by halftime and be pretty good with that. As first 12 minutes not treated the Cougars well. Here's a left wing, Sharp 3, got it. Out of the timeout, Emmanuel Sharp hits the first Cougar 3 of the game, and he makes it a 12-point contest. It's a single digits by the half. He'd feel pretty good. And then Sharp drills the 3 to make it a 12-point game. 7:15 to go in the first. McCullough over to the right side between the rings. Hard hedge over to the right side. Dickinson, left wing, Timberlake. Ball fake. Timberlake on the bounce. Fires it right side. Right at Jeff Conrad, and it goes out of bounds. Jeff Conrad got the deflection as it goes out of bounds into the Fog Allen Fieldhouse. First couple of rows, and the Cougars force a turnover. It's a Houston ball. Timberlake's going to get out of the game. Turnover cost him some minutes here. Pass to Cryer, right back to Shed. Shed, top of the arc to Sharp. Sharp off the screen. Between the rings to Shed. Shed to the right side. Pass to Roberts, left side of the lane. Roberts, the left hand off the glass, rolls off, no good. Dickinson tips the rebound to himself. And then the outlet to Harris. He finds the trailing Adams. Adams kicks out Furphy. Furphy down the baseline. Right wing, Harris. Harris chased off the three-point line. Back cut to McCullough. Can't handle the pass. Goes out of bounds. Cougar ball. The Cougars forced back-to-back turnovers trying to get into this. Roberts had a decent look, just rolled off. 12-point game, 6.5 to go in the first. Emmanuel Sharp over to the left side, starts the action. Shed has it in his hands, left corner to Cryer. Cryer off the Tugler screen, picks up the dribble, back to Shed, right of the logo. Shed on the right wing, 10 to shoot. Shed wants to drive. Shed kicks it to Cryer, left corner for 3. Got it! Back-to-back threes for the Cougars, who've made it a 9-point game. 30-21, 6:05 to go in the first. Harris to Dickinson, left wing, up top, left side to Adams. Adams picks up the dribble into the post, Dickinson. Dickinson has Roberts on his back. Now here comes the double team. Dickinson picks up the dribble, fires it to the right corner of Furphy. He'll catch and shoot the 3. It's good. Furphy answers fire with fire. That cross-court pass by Dickinson's getting it to Furphy, and it's a 12-point game again. 5:40 to go in the first. 33-21 Kansas. Shed left to the logo, left sideline Cryer. Cryer left to right, fires inside Roberts. Roberts finds the cutting Tugler. Tugler right corner Sharp, right wing Shed. He'll launch a 3. In and out, no. Rebound Adams for Kansas. Outlet to McCullough. McCullough into the front court. McCullough left wing. McCullough pass inside Furphy. Furphy reverse layup, 2 and a foul. That's the second on Cryer. 16 foul. Furphy will go to the line looking for the three-point play. That back cut, good pass inside. Cryer got underneath him. And Furphy with a chance to make it a 15-point game again. Damian Dunn will check in for Cryer, who just picked up his second. So Cryer probably won't play these final 5 minutes and 13 seconds. France is banged up. Furphy, the and one. Back iron, no. Rebound, Tugler. 35-21, Kansas by 14. 5:10 left to go in the opening half. Shed into the front court, left to the logo, Damian Dunn. Up top to Roberts. Roberts to Sharp, right sideline. Sharp gives it to Shed. 11 to shoot. Into the post for Roberts. Adams on his back. Roberts into the lane. Roberts left side kicks it out. Dunn left corner 3. It's short. The rebound grabbed by Adams, and Adams wants to run. Adams right side. Furphy with the slam. (37-21) Kansas. 4.5 to go in the first. Shed, who looks to go baseline. Shed to the hoop, draws contact, foul going up. Murphy just grabbed his arm. So 2 free throws coming up for Jamal Shed. First on Murphy, 3rd team foul, and Shed, a 71% free throw shooter, will shoot 2. Adams grabbing that rebound, starting the break. Nice play by him on the previous fast break by Kansas. Shed gets the first of 2. 1 more to go. Jamari McDowell, a Houston native, will check in for KJ Adams with some really good minutes early. He has 7 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. The average is 13 and 5. McDowell, a freshman from the Houston area, played his high school ball at Manville. Average is just under 2 points, just over 1 rebound a game. Shed's second free throw is good. Cuts it down to a 14-point deficit. 37-23 with 4:21 to go in the first half. Harris into the front court for the Jayhawks. Bounce past Dickinson, quick pass to McCullough. McCullough down the baseline, off the glass for 2. Quick passing, the cuts, giving the Cougars trouble. 39-23 Kansas. 4 minutes to go in the first. Emmanuel Sharp into the front court. Over to Shed, right free throw line extended. Lobs it up top, Sharp, catch and shoot, 3, got it. Emmanuel Sharp drills the 3 from straight on. Cuts it down to 13, 39-26. Cougars need a few stops here down the last few minutes. In this first half, Harris to Furphy, right wing. Furphy to Dickinson, top of the arc. Over to McDowell, left wing. McDowell to Furphy, right sideline. Dunn defends. Right free throw line extended, Harris. Harris off the Dickinson screen, right to left. Left wing, McDowell, blow by, side step to his right. Launches a 3, no good. Dickinson the tip, that's good. Dickinson the easy offensive tip in. And it's a 41-26 Kansas lead. 3:15 to go in the first. Right sideline, Sharp. Sharp on the bounce, up top to Roberts. Roberts to Dunn. Dunn into the lane. Dunn to the elbow. Lobs it up top to Sharp with 9 to shoot. Here comes the screen. Sharp off the screen. Launches a left wing 3. It's in and out. No. Tugler couldn't grab the rebound. He had it but couldn't control it. And it goes out of bounds through the baseline. Kansas has made their last 7 shots again. The Jayhawks are 16 for 20 in the first half. They've made 80% of their shots. 2:52 left to go first half. Jayhawks lead by 15, 41-26. And they'll have possession when our coverage of Houston basketball continues after a word from KPRC 950 AM.
When you drive a Ford truck, there's strength in numbers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 straight years and the best in Texas. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty offer the strength to help you be at your very best. Drive one today at your best in Texas Ford dealer. There's a great selection in stock based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
I'm Stuart Gus, official personal injury attorney of U of H Athletics. If you've been injured in an auto accident, big or small, who you have on your team matters. You can trust Gus to get you the best possible results for your case. If you've been injured in an accident, the name you can trust is Stuart J. Gus. As the official personal injury lawyer of U of H Athletics, you can count on my all-star team to fight for your rights like champions.
Call 866-TRUST-GUS today. TrustGus.com. Principal Office, Houston, Texas.
Welcome you back to Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. They just announced Gary Woodland to the crowd, former U.S. Open champion, and Butch Harmon is with him. Butch Harmon, former swing coach of Tiger Woods. Kansas leads Houston 41-26. Kansas, boy, everything is falling for the Jayhawks. They're 16 of 20 from the floor. An excellent start offensively for Kansas. Cougars trying to keep up, but 9 of 27 from the floor, 33%. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Ford. Your Houston area Ford dealers are proud to be the official truck and SUV of University of Houston Athletics. Ford vehicles are built for Texas with a quality technology and capability to help you be your very best. Visit your Houston area Ford dealer today, and you'll see why Ford is the best in Texas. Johnny Furphy, who averages 8 points a game, has 14 to lead all scorers. McCullough has 9. Dickinson has 8. And KJ Adams, good glue player, averages 13 points, 5 rebounds. He's already up to 7 points, 3 rebounds, but 5 assists. It'll be Shed, Sharp, Dunn, Roberts, and Tugler back on the floor for the Cougars. Francis has not returned for Houston since that nasty fall. He is still on the Cougar bench, but has not returned. 2:48 to go in the first half. Kansas with the ball up by 15. Harris dribbles it over to the right wing, lobs it to Adams. Sharp got a hand on it, but Adams tips it to himself. Pass inside, stolen by Tugler. Tugler rejected it and intercepted the pass. Outlet Shed. Shed off the screen to the elbow. Fires it inside Tugler. Tugler went for the jam. It's blocked by Adams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Houston. Kelvin Samson cannot believe that it went off of the Cougars. Samson saying that should be our ball. Watch a replay of it now. Oh, boy. Brown was the last to touch it. Samson hollering at the officials saying that should be our ball, but officials aren't going to listen to him. Hand off to McCullough, over to the right side. Adams back to McCullough. McCullough to Adams between the rings. Adams to the left elbow to Brown. Brown left side to Harris. Harris dribbles it up top. McCullough right corner. 3 by Timberlake is short. Good botch out by Tugler. Allows Roberts to grab the rebound. Outlet to Sharp. Sharp into the front court for Houston. Into the post for Roberts. Roberts into the lane. Roberts left hand. 2 and a foul. Jawan Roberts gets it to fall as Adams got underneath him. That's the second on Adams. Storyline to watch. Get him into foul trouble. That would be massive. It's not a very deep Kansas bench. There'll be a storyline in the second half because Adams will check out with those 2 fouls clearly. Timberlake will leave as Dickinson and Furphy come back onto the floor. 2:03 to go first half. Cougars down 13. Roberts will go to the line looking for the 3-point play. Still a chance to get this within single digits. Roberts free throw too strong. No. It's rebounded by Brown. 2 minutes to go in the half. Cougars down by 13. 41-28. Into the front court, Harris. Harris at the logo. Harris over to the right sideline, right corner. Dickinson pass inside, tipped by Tugler and goes out of bounds. Tugler might lead the world in deflections per minute. It's ridiculous how many times he gets his hand on the basketball. McCullough will inbound from the corner right in front of said lot in the Cougar bench. Sharp will defend the inbound for Houston. McCullough looking. Oh, well, Tugler just got hit in the face. Lob into Dickinson. Tugler's going to play on. It was unintentional. Harris skipped past to Brown. Brown left wing, the ball fake. Kicks it back out to Harris. Harris on the attack, lost the ball, gets it back. Right hand finger roll, gets it to fall. Oh, it was bobbling the ball, possessed it, was still able to get it up and in. Everything's falling for Kansas. 43-28. Minute 25 to go in the first. Kansas in front. Shed with the basketball between the rings. Shed hesitation dribble left wing. Sharp catch and shoot 3. Too strong, no good. Weak side rebound pulled down by Furphy. And the outlet to McCullough. McCullough quickly into the front court. McCullough is going to take a timeout. 1:09 to go in the first half. Kansas will take their use it or lose it timeout. Doug Sherman's coming over to talk to the Houston Cougar coaching staff about something. Bill Self draws something up. Kelvin Samson talks to his team. 15-point game. Cougars trying to keep it within striking distance, get it to the half, and hope the second half is a tell of a different story. Because this first half has been a story about the Jayhawks offense. They have been terrific on the offensive end. 43 points. Still with 1:09 to go. Cougars give up 53 on the year. The Cougars season average is 53. They lead the country in that department. And Kansas has 43 with still 1:09 left in the first half. Same 5 for Houston. Same 5 for Texas. McCullough will inbound sideline right side. McCullough into the backcourt for Harris. Harris into the front court, picked up by Shed. Harris at the logo with 11 to shoot. Harris to McCullough off the screen. He comes off another screen with 6 to shoot. Back to Harris. Inside Dickinson. Dickinson in the lane. The right-hand hook off the mark. No good. Tugler might have got a piece of that. Roberts, the rebound outlet. Shed does not have numbers, but he'll attack ways and now dribbles it out to the corner. Shed now back on the attack. Left elbow. Teardrop is short. Roberts the rebound, though. Finds the cutting Shed. Shed in the lane. A Giant sneaks it up. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Houston. 31 seconds to go in the half. Shed looked like he might have got popped on the nose because he's a little slow to get back up the floor. Malik Wilson's going to come into the game for Shed. Timberlake will check in for Brown. 31 seconds to go in the half. Cougars don't want Shed to pick up his second. Harris into the front court. They're going to hold for as close to the final shot as they can. Harris at the logo, dribbling it back and forth, 12 to shoot. Here comes the screen. Harris goes away from the screen. Left side of the lane, picks up the dribble up top. Dickinson launches a straight on 3. Left side of the iron, no. The rebound grabbed by Kansas, but McCullough was on the baseline. Juwan Roberts is yelling at the officials saying they got pushed in the back on the rebound, but he stepped out of bounds, so it's Cougar ball, 3.2 to go. Brown will check in. Jackson will check in. Dickinson and Timberlake go off, so defense for offense. Wilson will pass it in. Kansas with a little full court man-to-man. Into Sharp. Sharp across half court. Sharp loses, gets the shot up right before the horn. He lost the ball, got it back, heaved it up, couldn't get it to fall, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. A strong first half offensively for the Kansas Jayhawks as they've built a 15-point lead and have scored 43 points on 71% shooting. The Cougars give up 53 points on the year. So an excellent start for Kansas as they lead Houston by 15 at the break. Coming up in the Cougar halftime show, we'll take a look at our first half stats, scores from around the top 25 and the Big 12. And we'll also listen to some highlights of our first half as well. We're at the break at Fog Allen Fieldhouse. Kansas leads Houston 43-28. This is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, equipment's our middle name.
You owe it to yourself to visit Brookside Equipment. Brookside is your #1 dealer for everything John Deere, and we're blowing out the competition with hundreds off gators and thousands off tractors, all with great finance offers. Brookside since 1974, treating customers right. 9 Texas Gulf Coast locations. BrooksideUSA.com.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, we're tough enough to cut it.
Head on over to Little Woodrow's Bar and Grill. With multiple Houston locations and everyday specials, there's no better place for a coop to kick back and enjoy some tasty eats and a few drinks. Enjoy our indoor and outdoor games, sports, and neighborhood bar and grill atmosphere. Don't want to leave your dog at home? You don't have to. Go ahead and bring your furry friend over for some fun on our patio. We've got plenty of treats and beer to go around. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date with our upcoming events. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar. Little Woodrow's, your local bar and grill.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You've got goals, and at TDECU, we can help you get in the game to live the life you want. Whether you're dreaming of owning a new house, paying for education, building savings, or retiring, make your play with us. We have solutions to help you do more and be more with lower rates on loans, higher yields on savings, and winning personal service. As Houston's largest credit union and the Cougars' biggest fan, we're your team for improving lives. Visit tdecu.org, equal housing lender insured by NCAA.
On the Houston Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Bud Light Halftime Show. Let's go courtside. Here's Jeremy Branham, presented by The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of Houston Athletics.
Welcome into the Cougar Halftime Show, courtside from Fog Allen Fieldhouse, where Kansas has opened up a 15-point lead on Houston, 43-28. Kansas played about as well as you can offensively in that first half against Houston. 68% from the floor, 17-25 in that first half. Jayhawks scoring 43 points. Cougars give up 53. So Kansas with already within 10 points of what the Cougars give up per game on average this year. Excellent ball movement. Kansas leads the country in assists per game, and you can see why. They average over 20 assists per contest. They had 12 assists in this first half, moving the basketball really well. Johnny Furphy knocking down shots, getting open looks, and he's knocking down shots. Made all 5 of his first half shots. He leads Kansas in scoring with 14 points. McCullough really good in this first half as well, 3 for 3. But the best player might be KJ Adams. He's doing a little bit of everything for Kansas. 7 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Cougars are hoping they can get him into foul trouble. He did pick up his second late in the first half. Meanwhile, for the Cougars, they're shooting 31%, while Kansas is shooting 68%. Emmanuel Sharp with 8, Juwan Roberts with 7. As we listen back to some of our first half highlights. Jamal Shed with it, right wing, finds Sharp. Sharp top of the key. The lob for Francis, who hammers it home. The alley-oop, and the Cougars landing the first punch as they take a 2-0 lead. Shed's going to set the screen. Hard hedge by Kansas. Shed turns the corner. The runner from the right elbow is good, and it snaps the 7-0 run. Roberts left side of the lane. Roberts a tough left hand off the glass for 2 as he falls to the floor to get the shot to fall. 14-8 Kansas. Shed fakes the pass, puts it on the bounce. Kick out to Cryer. Cryer driving, free throw line, leaning in. The right hand off the hill. No, but Tugler's there for the putback dunk. What a jam by JoJo Tugler. As first 12 minutes not treated the Cougars well. Here's a left wing. Sharp 3. Got it. Out of the timeout, Emmanuel Sharp hits the first Cougar 3 of the game, and he makes it a 12-point contest. Shed on the right wing, 10 to shoot. Shed wants to drive. Shed kicks it to Cryer, left corner for 3. Got it. Back-to-back threes for the Cougars, who have made it a 9-point game. 43-28 our halftime score. Every time the Cougars try to cut into that deficit, Kansas got it up to double figures pretty quick. And they got it to 12, 15, got it up to as many as 16, and kept trying to get the Cougars to within single digits before the half. The Cougars made it a 9-point game after back-to-back threes. Made it a 12-point game a couple of times. They couldn't quite get it to single digits, which will really make their work cut out for them in the second half as they trail by 15 at the break. 43-28, still plenty to get to in the Cougar halftime show. We'll take a look at our first half stats a little bit later, but coming up next, we'll catch you up with what's going on around the top 25 and the Big 12. This is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
Head on over to Little Woodrow's Bar and Grill. With multiple Houston locations and everyday specials, there's no better place for a coop to kick back and enjoy some tasty eats and a few drinks. Enjoy our indoor and outdoor games, sports, and neighborhood bar and grill atmosphere. Don't want to leave your dog at home? You don't have to. Go ahead and bring your furry friend over for some fun on our patio. We've got plenty of treats and beer to go around. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date with our upcoming events. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar. Little Woodrow's, your local bar and grill. And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, equipment's our middle name.
You owe it to yourself to visit Brookside Equipment. Brookside is your #1 dealer for everything John Deere, and we're blowing out the competition with hundreds off gators and thousands off tractors, all with great finance offers. Brookside since 1974, treating customers right. 9 Texas Gulf Coast locations. BrooksideUSA.com.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, we're tough enough to cut it.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Welcome back into the Cougar halftime show. Kansas leads Houston at the break, 43-28. Let's take a look at some of the other scores going on around the Big 12 at the moment. Only one other game going on. It's also at the half. It's in Orlando. UCF leads number 23 Oklahoma at the break, 34-27. 3 games coming up later tonight. Number 15 Texas Tech is home for Cincinnati. 22nd ranked BYU goes on the road to West Virginia. And 18th ranked Baylor is home for number 12 Iowa State. Finals from earlier. Texas goes into Fort Worth, defeats number 25 TCU 77-66. And Oklahoma State with a 75-72 win over Kansas State. Games in the top 25. San Diego State leads number 17 Utah 59-52 with 10.5 left to play in the second. Other games going on around the top 25, both Big 12 games. Games coming up later in the top 25. Number 16 Auburn is at Ole Miss. 20th ranked FAU is home for Tulsa. Number 7 Duke and number 3 North Carolina meet in the Dean Dome in Chapel Hill. 10th ranked Kentucky home for number 5 Tennessee at Rupp Arena. And it's number 24 Alabama home for Mississippi State. Finals from earlier. Top ranked UConn defeats St. John 77-64. And number 9 Marquette over Georgetown 91-57. Let's pause for station identification along the Houston Sports Network. Our score here, Kansas leads Houston 43-28. We'll step aside for a moment. When we come back, we'll take a look at our first half stats. This is Cougar Basketball from Learfield.
Are you a real Coug fan? Then carry your Cougar pride every day and every purchase with a University of Houston branded Visa debit card only from TDECU. With the UH Visa debit card, you can enjoy real-time purchase alerts, winning security, along with fast and easy purchases at millions of merchants worldwide. Plus, it's backed by TDECU, Houston's largest credit union, and loyal Cougar fans just like you. Get yours today at tdecu.org, insured by NCUA.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, equipment's our middle name.
You owe it to yourself to visit Brookside Equipment. Brookside is your #1 dealer for everything John Deere, and we're blowing out the competition with hundreds off gators and thousands off tractors, all with great finance offers. Brookside since 1974, treating customers right. 9 Texas Gulf Coast locations. BrooksideUSA.com.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, we're tough enough to cut it.
When you park with the parking spot, our friendly drivers get you from trunk to airport terminal faster. And the time you save parking with us, you can use to daydream about your Italian vacation, to practice talking with your hands, and to imagine how pizza will taste in its birthplace. Make a free reservation now at theparkingspot.com, and with the money you save, buy a triple gelato. Free reservations now at theparkingspot.com. The Parking Spot. We have airport parking covered.
I'm Stuart Gus, official personal injury attorney of U of H Athletics. If you've been injured in an auto accident, big or small, who you have on your team matters. You can trust Gus to get you the best possible results for your case. If you've been injured in an accident, the name you can trust is Stuart J. Gus. As the official personal injury lawyer of U of H Athletics, you can count on my all-star team to fight for your rights like champions.
Call 866-TRUST-GUS today. TrustGus.com. Principal Office, Houston, Texas.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Houston. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back into the Cougar halftime show. Houston trails at the break 43-28. As we take a look at our first half numbers, Kansas 68% in that first half, 17 for 25, hit 4 of their 8 threes, and were 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Cougars 10 of 32 in the first half, 31%, 3 of 13 from downtown, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Kansas out-rebounded the Cougars in the first half, 24-10. Now, Kansas shot it lights out. Houston did not. Kansas had more opportunities to defensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds were even at 4 apiece. Kansas with 4 second chance points, and Houston with 2. Houston had 4 assists, only turned it over twice. Kansas had 12 assists, turned it over 9 times. The points off of turnovers were even at 4 apiece. Points in the paint, 24-12 Kansas. Fast break points, 6-4 Kansas. Bench points, 4-0 Houston. Individual numbers, Johnny Furphy, leading scorer for the Jayhawks, 14 points. Also has a team-high 5 rebounds. Excellent first half for him. Kevin McCullough, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Hunter Dickinson, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. KJ Adams, a tremendous first half, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. And DeJuan Harris had 5 points. For the Cougars, leading scorers, Emmanuel Sharp, 8 points on 3 of 10 shooting, 2 of 6 from downtown. Jawan Roberts has 7 points, a team-high 6 rebounds. 4 points apiece for Jamal Shedd and JoJo Tugler. Tugler with 3 boards. Shedd 1 for 7 from the floor, though. 0 of 2 from downtown. Francis only played 4 minutes, scored 2 points, hurt his back. We'll see if he comes out for the second half. His return is questionable. So we'll see if he can get it going in that second half. But the Cougars trail 43-28. They'll need something big in the second half, and that second half is next. This is Houston basketball from Learfield.
I'm Stuart Gus, official personal injury attorney of U of H Athletics. If you've been injured in an auto accident, big or small, who you have on your team matters. You can trust Gus to get you the best possible results for your case. If you've been injured in an accident, the name you can trust is Stuart J. Gus. As the official personal injury lawyer of U of H Athletics, you can count on my all-star team to fight for your rights like champions.
Call 866-TRUST-GUS today. TrustGus.com. Principal Office, Houston, Texas.
Head on over to Little Woodrow's Bar and Grill. With multiple Houston locations and everyday specials, there's no better place for a coop to kick back and enjoy some tasty eats and a few drinks. Enjoy our indoor and outdoor games, sports, and neighborhood bar and grill atmosphere. Don't want to leave your dog at home? You don't have to. Go ahead and bring your furry friend over for some fun on our patio. We've got plenty of treats and beer to go around. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date with our upcoming events. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar. Little Woodrow's, your local bar and grill.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Welcome back to Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. Cougars trail by 15 at the break as we get set for the start of the second half. Cougars wearing their alternate black uniforms, white Cougars across the chest in white letters. The black patch on the right shoulder with the red 3-2 in honor of Reggie Chaney. Kansas in their home grays. Teams will flip sides. Kansas attacks the basket to our right, and the Jayhawks will have the basketball first to start the second half. And no Javier Francis in the second half. It is Shedd, Cryer, Sharp, Roberts, and Tugler. Not a good sign for Francis playing in the second half. Same five for Kansas: Harris, McCullough, Furphy, Adams, and Dickinson. McCullough will inbound for the Jayhawks. Into the backcourt for Harris. And Harris into the front court, picked up by Shed. Harris lobs it to Dickinson, right elbow. Lobs it back to Harris, left wing. Harris finds Furphy off the screen. Up top to Adams, over to the right wing, McCullough. McCullough on the bounce of the elbow, rise and fire, it's good. 45-28, Kansas, 17-point advantage. There's no one to get the inbound. Shed's going to fire it into Roberts, who comes back to get it. And now right back to Shed. Shed into the front court for Houston. Over to Sharp right sideline, hands it off to Shed. Shed to Cryer off the screen. Free throw line jumper, can get the roll, and it's rebounded by McCullough. Outlet to Harris. Harris into the front court, hands it off to Adams. Adams to the right wing, Furphy. Furphy the pocket pass to Adams. Had it knocked away by Tugler. Tugler goes down. Backdoor to McCullough all alone because Tugler is down in an easy layup. Tugler thought he got popped. 4-0 start for Kansas, and it's a 19-point lead. 47-28. 18:50 left to play. Cryer, Shed into the post for Roberts. Roberts spins baseline, left-hand hook off the glass for two, over the double team. Nice finish by Roberts. 47-30 Kansas, 18:35 to go. Harris into the front court, left of the logo, left sideline. Harris on the bounce, top of the arc, lobs it to McCullough, right wing. McCullough, bounce pass to Dickinson, left elbow, hands it off to McCullough. McCullough to Dickinson, top of the arc, 8 to shoot. Dickinson shovels it back to McCullough. McCullough on the bounce. Oh, Tugler went down. Pass to Dickinson, left block, and a layup off the glass for two. Tugler slipped and fell, left Dickinson wide open. (49-30) Kansas, 18-12. Samson's not happy because it looked like Tugler lost some of his tape. And it looks like that might have been what he slipped on. And Samson was wondering why they didn't stop play to pick that off the floor. 18-10 to go. Kansas up by 19. Hands it off to Cryer. Cryer to the left sideline. Cryer trying to get it inside, can't. Sends it over to Sharp on the right sideline. Sharp towards the right corner. Here comes the Tugler screen. Sharp off the screen. Back to Shed at the logo. 10 to shoot. Shed off the screen. Shed, rise and fire, left wing three. Too strong, no. Rebound tipped outside. Shed and Furphy dive for it. Furphy recovers, and he saves it to McCullough. McCullough spins into the front court. McCullough off the screen, right wing. Skip pass, throws it away. He just threw it into the left corner without really an intended target. And it goes out of bounds. Cougar ball. 17:33 to go. 49-30, Kansas in front. Cougar ball into Sharp, taps it right back to Shed. Shed into the front court for Houston. Shed left sideline. Into the post for Roberts. Adams on his back. Roberts. Block on the left side, turn, spin, left hand off the glass. It's short. Rebound loose. McCullough has it. Adams lost his shoe. He's late to get back, and now the officials are going to stop play for that. They're going to stop play to allow Adams to put his shoe on. .17:08 left to go. Kansas ball up by 19. McCullough will inbound sideline right side. McCullough into Adams, right of the logo, or to Harris rather, right of the logo. Harris picks up the dribble, sends it to McCullough. McCullough lobs it to Adams. Adams is fouled as the Cougars went for the steal. It's on Emmanuel Sharp. Second on Sharp, first team foul. All right, now Kansas will inbound baseline right side. Harris will inbound it for the Jayhawks. Harris into McCullough, right corner, outside, right of the logo. Furphy over to the left wing to Harris. Bobble gets it back. Harris lost the dribble and then went up to pass it to Adams, and it was knocked away by Shed and goes out of bounds through the sideline at midcourt. 12 to shoot for the Jayhawks. McCullough will inbound, sideline left side. Sends it into Harris. Harris between the rings. Over to the left wing, McCullough. Catch and shoot, 3 over Tugler. It's short. Weak side rebound, Roberts for Houston, and the outlet to Shed. Shed into the front court, finds Cryer. Cryer at deep, trailing, left wing 3. Got it. Cryer hits the 3. The Cougars trying to will their way back into this. 49-33, 16 and a half to go. Into the front court, Harris. Shovels it to Adams, right wing. Adams on the bounce. Picks up the dribble. Back cut for Dickinson to the hoop. Blocked by Tugler. Late whistle. Tugler picks up the foul. They went with the back cut. Cougars aggressive, and Kansas using that aggression against them. Second on Tugler. Second team foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Dickinson. His first trip to the line. A 72% free throw shooter. First of 2. Short. 49-33. One more free throw for Dickinson. Dickinson second. Rattles around and rolls in. Rattled around, popped up, and then fell through. 50-33 Kansas. 16:15 left to play. Emmanuel Sharp will dribble it into the front court. Sharp to Cryer, left sideline. Cryer off the screen, turns the corner, leans in, leaves it for Roberts. A power dribble and a left hand up and through. 50-35 Kansas, 16 minutes left to play. Harris into the front court, off the screen, right to left. Harris picks up the dribble, sends it to Dickinson, right elbow. Dickinson dribble, handoff to Furphy. Furphy top of the key, loses the ball, passes inside to Adams, and gets it back up with a shot. Nobody's fouled by Roberts. So Adams able to draw the foul. Roberts picks up his first team foul, number 4, already the third team foul. And KJ Adams will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, but first to timeout. 15:46 left to play from Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. It's the Jayhawks leading the Cougars 50-35, and KJ Adams shoots 2. When we return, this is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
Get off the sidelines and into the fast lane. With a TDECU auto loan, you can have the best seat in the house for every Cougar tailgate. Don't miss out on affordable rates, low monthly payments, and terms as long as 84 months. Plus, you'll get fast auto loan approvals and local service from expert leaders who are Cougar fans just like you. Apply for your new or used auto loan at tdecu.org, insured by NCAA.
Progressive knows we're all trying to save right now.
Hey, at least we're still enjoying baseball on a Saturday night, right? Even if it is T-ball. Yeah, but tickets to the majors are just so expensive now. And who knows, maybe we're seeing a pro in the making. Sure, in like 20 years. How is he safe? Boo! This ump stinks!
The ump is only 14. We don't really do that.
Oh, my bad. You're doing a great job, ump.
Progressive offers you savings without sacrifice. So save big when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Dave speaks for itself. Have you seen High School Musical? No. You haven't?
Welcome back to Fog Allen in Lawrence, Kansas, where the Jayhawks lead the Cougars by 15, 50-35. KJ Adams will be shooting 2 free throws coming out of this timeout. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Cruises.com. With more cruises than ever departing from Galveston, there's never been a better time to set sail from Texas. The experts at Cruises.com help you select a cruise that's right for you. At Cruises.com, you always get the lowest rates, everything the cruise lines offer, plus exclusive onboard perks. Cruises.com is a smart way to book a cruise from Galveston and the official cruise partner of U of H Athletics. Cougars 3 for 6 so far in the second half, but Kansas is continuing their hot shooting as they are 3 for 4 in the second half. Kansas 20 for 29 in this game, 69%. Pretty incredible offensive performance for the Jayhawks so far today. The Cougars hanging, kinda. Down by 15, 15:46 to go. They won't go down without a fight. The leading scorer continues to be Johnny Furphy. 14 points. McCullers in double figures with 13. Dickinson has 11. One Cougars in double figures, that's Jawan Roberts. He has a team-high 11 points and a game-high 7 rebounds. Same 5 for Houston. Shed, Cryer, Sharp, Roberts, and Tugler.
Adams in the line, shooting 2.
So Adams will shoot a pair of free throws. He's 1 for 2 from the line. First of 2 for Adams is good. 1 more to go. Adams second, back iron no, rebound to Tugler. 51-35 Kansas, 15:43 left to play. Jamal Shed dribbles into the front court for Houston. Shed to Cryer, left wing. Off the screen, top of the arc, hard hedge, right sideline for Shed. 15 to shoot. Shed to Tugler, handoff to Shed. Shed left elbow, picks up the dribble, sends it to Sharp. Sharp off the screen, looks to go to the baseline. Spin move, fade from 10 feet is short. Rebound loose. Diving for it's Dickinson. He'll be tied up. Roberts ties him up. It goes to the arrow, and the arrow belongs to Houston. So Cougars will keep possession. Shed will inbound for the Cougars. Baseline right side. Lobs it up top to Tugler. Tugler hands it off to Cryer. Over to the left sideline. Shed, lob it right side. Cryer down the baseline. Bounce pass to the left corner. Sharp catch and shoot 3. Got it. Great play call by the Cougars. Led to a wide open look, and Sharp's able to knock it down. And he pulls the Cougars within 13. 51-38, under 15 minutes left to play. Harris into the front court. Left wing McCullough. McCullough off the screen. Lobs it right wing Harris. Harris into the post. Dickinson. Cougars will double it. Dickinson pass to the corner. Skip pass left corner McCullough. Left wing Furphy. Catch and shoot 3. It's short. Rebound tipped by Roberts. Grabbed by Sharp. And now Sharp into the front court. Sharp right wing inside to Roberts. Roberts had the ball knocked out of his hands and goes out of bounds to the baseline. Houston will inbound baseline right side. 23 to shoot. 14:32 left to go. Houston down by 13. Shed to pass it in. Looking. And now he just finds Tugler, who pops out. Hands it off to Shed. Shed picks up the dribble into the right corner. Now to Tugler. Hands it off to Cryer. Cryer step back straight on 3. Off the mark. No good. Rebound Furphy for Kansas. Furphy leaves it for Harris. Finds the trailing Dickinson. Blocked from behind by Tugler. And now a foul. They're going to call goaltending. And Sermon says they're going to look at this. Tugler found him from behind, and they called it goaltending. So the officials will go to the monitor to take a look. Dickinson was open. Oh, it looks like it was pinned. I don't think that Tugler blocked it off the glass. I think he pinned it on the glass. And if it's a pin, it's not a goaltending. Close Shave Instant Replays brought to you by Barbasol. And Dickinson was rim running, and there was no one between him and the rim, and a good pass led to the foul. But it looked like Tugler pinned that on the rim, or on the backboard. I don't think that's a goaltending. Oh, it's so close. Seeing the side look on it makes me think that it's possible. The side look makes it look like it's too close to overturn. They're going to count it.
That's what interference is confirmed.
53-38.
Runners at the line, shooting 1.
And it'll be an and one for Dickinson here. Dickinson's free throw's good, so 3-point play, 54-38. It's back to his 16-point lead. 14-17 to go. Into Shed. Shed into the front court for the Cougars. Shed left free throw line extended, going baseline cut off. Now a crossover back down the baseline. Up top, Wilson, straight on three. In and out, no. The rebound tipped outside, chased down by Roberts, and then Roberts is fouled by Furphy. A rake across the arms. Furphy's second, team foul number 1. Marco Jackson into the game for McCullough. Fresh 20 for the Cougars. Shed will inbound sideline left side. Shed to Tugler, hands it off to Shed. Shed between the rings. Shed, Tugler, hands it off Shed. Pocket pass Tugler. Tugler free throw line, push shot, no. The tip, no. The rebound outside, Roberts has it, left hand hook, no. The rebound again, Roberts kicks it up top, Shed. Shed, foul called on Harris. He reached in and got him on the attack. That's Harris's first, team foul number 2. Cougars are getting good looks, but 0 for their last 5. And have missed 6 of their last 7. A wet spot on the floor near the baseline. Officials will stop play to get that cleaned up. .46 left to go. Shed will inbound. Into Wilson. Hands it off to Shed. Shed between the rings for Houston. Over to the right wing, Cryer off the screen. Cryer on the baseline. To Tugler, handoff Cryer, right wing for 3. Short. Rebound into the corner, goes out of bounds. Kansas basketball. Cougars having trouble getting the shots to fall. 4 for 14 in the second half. 14 for 46 in the game, 30%. And Kansas will walk it up to Juan Harris. Harris over to the right wing. Furphy, left side, the lob up top, easy dunk for Adams. 18-point game, 56-38. 13:08 left to go. LJ Cryer, right sideline, pass up top, knocked away. Wilson chases it down to the backcourt. Back to Cryer, Cryer into the front court. Right sideline, up top to Roberts. Roberts picks up the dribble, nowhere to go with it. And now he sends it back to Cryer at the logo, 5 to shoot. Cryer tried to pass to Roberts, knocked away by Jackson, and he goes out of bounds to the sideline with 2.5 to go. 2.5 on the shot clock. And Cougars will inbound. Midcourt. Shed gets it from the official. Pass to Cryer. Cryer towards the corner. Fadeaway 3 at the buzzer. It's an air ball. Kansas ball. Dickinson looking over at the student section, asking the crowd to get into it, and they do. .38 left to play. 56-38 Kansas. Harris into the front court. Off the screen, up top Adams. Adams skip past to Furphy, fired inside to Dickinson. Dickinson turn spin, baseline, left-hand hook is good. 20-point game. 58-38 with 12:20 to go. Shed right of the logo. Shed to the sideline, up top to Roberts. Roberts finds Wilson. Wilson on the bounce. Wilson to the elbow. Bounce pass into the post for Roberts. 10 to shoot. Roberts backing it in. Roberts spinning. Left hand baby hook short. Tugler the rebound, and he's fouled by Dickinson. Dickinson with a loose ball foul picks up his second, team foul number 3. And it'll be Cougar basketball with a fresh shot clock. The first to timeout. 11:58 to go. Kansas with their largest lead of the game, thanks to a 7-0 run. 58-38. Cougars possession when we return. This is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
When you drive a Ford truck, there's strength in numbers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 straight years, and the best in Texas. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty offer the strength to help you be at your very best. Drive one today at your Best in Texas Ford dealer. There's a great selection in stock based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, equipment's our middle name.
You owe it to yourself to visit Brookside Equipment. Brookside is your #1 dealer for everything John Deere, and we're blowing out the competition with hundreds off gators and thousands off tractors, all with great finance offers. Brookside since 1974, treating customers right. 9 Texas Gulf Coast locations. BrooksideUSA.com.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, we're tough enough to cut it.
When you park with the parking spot, our friendly drivers get you from trunk to airport terminal faster. And the time you save parking with us, you can use to daydream about your Italian vacation, to practice talking with your hands, and to imagine how pizza will taste in its birthplace. Make a free reservation now at theparkingspot.com, and with the money you save, buy a triple gelato. Free reservations now at theparkingspot.com. The Parking Spot. We have airport parking covered.
Welcome back to Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. Cougars down by 20. Largest lead for Kansas in this one. 58-38. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Little Woodrow's. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar. Head on over to Little Woodrow's with 8 Houston locations and everyday specials. There's no better place for a Coug to kick back and enjoy a few drinks. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date with our upcoming events. Little Woodrow's, your local Texas watering hole. A 7-0 run for Kansas after the Cougars got it to 13. Cougars have had trouble making shots today. They've not scored in over 3 minutes. They've missed their last 8 shots, and they've missed 9 of their last 10. Cougars 4 for 16 in the second half. 25%, 2 of 7 from 3. Meanwhile, they're 14 for 48 in the game, just 29%. And it's the exact opposite for Kansas. They're making everything. Kansas 6 for 8 in the second half, 75%. They're 23 for 33 overall, 69.7%. No one has been able to have this kind of offensive success against the Cougars as Kansas has had. Jawan Roberts, one of the bright spots for the Cougars. He and Sharp tied for the team lead with 11, but Jawan Roberts with a double-double has 11 points and 10 rebounds now after getting a rebound on that possession just a moment ago. 4th double-double of the year for Jawan Roberts. And the 13th of his career. Cougars inbound to Tugler. Tugler up top to Cryer. Cryer between the rings, left wing to Shed. Lobs it to Cryer. Cryer right elbow, pocket pass. Tugler fires at left corner Wilson. Wilson down the baseline, cut off. Looks to go down the baseline again. It gets inside, sneaks it off the glass for 2. Nice finish by Wilson. Snaps that 7-0 skid. Snaps the scoring drought. 18-point game, 58-40 with 11:35 to play. McCullough into the front court. Pass right side, in and out of the hands of Furphy, and it goes out of bounds. Cougar basketball. 11:31 to play. Into Cryer. Cryer into the front court, hands it off to Wilson. Now to Shed at the logo. Over to the left sideline for Cryer. Cryer off the screen. Hard hedge there. Cryer reverses back the other way. Fires to Tugler. Tugler with a little float shot from the left short corner. Off the mark. A rebound by Dickinson. Outlet to McCullough. McCullough into the front court left wing. Back outside to Adams. Adams leaves it for McCullough. McCullough to the left wing, sends it up top to Dickinson. Fires it right corner, catch and shoot 3. In and out, no good from Jackson. The rebound to Houston and the outlet to Shed. Quickly ahead to Cryer, left sideline. Pump fakes the deep 3. Puts it on the bounce. The runner from the right elbow. 2 and a foul. L.J. Cryer gets it to fall and the foul. And he'll go to the free throw line trying to make it a 3-point play. Cougars again trying to battle back. Give Kansas a sweat. 58-42. DeJuan Harris heading to the scorers table for Kansas. Harris checks in for Furphy. Cryer to the line for the first time, 89% free throw shooter. It's up and it's too strong, no good. Tugler tips it outside for Wilson. Now finds Shed right of the logo. Shed to the baseline. Shed fires it left corner. Wilson for three. Too strong, no. Tugler got a hand on it again, but this time it bounces to Harris. And Harris will dribble it into the front court. 16-point lead for Kansas, 10:33 to go. Harris, a spin move, dribbles right, cut off by Tugler, over to the right wing Jackson, top of the arc Dickinson. Dickinson fakes the handoff to Adams and set for McCullough. Now finds Dickinson, 10-foot jumper, too strong, no good. Rebound Jackson, turn, spin, fade, shoot, score. Jackson it was such a bad shot. Jackson got the easy rebound. And then a little fadeaway floater. 60-42 Kansas, 10:08 to play. Shed left sideline Cryer to the logo for Wilson. Wilson to Shed right sideline. Shed looks to go baseline, cut off by McCullough. Shed picks up the dribble, pass inside to Roberts. Roberts has Dickinson on his back. Roberts spins baseline, the right hand hook, too strong, it rolls off, and it's rebounded by Jackson. Jackson into the front court for Kansas. Stolen by Wilson, diving for the loose ball. Tugler ahead to Wilson to Shed. Kick out left corner, three for Cryer. Got it. Good defense by Houston. Wilson was able to pick the pocket. Tugler dove for the loose ball, leading to the fast break three. 15-point game, 60-45, under 9.5 to play. Harris into the front court. Wilson defends again. Here comes the screen. Pocket pass to Adams. Adams lost the ball but gets it back. Kicks it over to the right side to Jackson. Jackson to Adams in the post. Throws it away. Loose ball Roberts. Hands it off to Shed. Shed finds Cryer. Left wing three. Got it. Back-to-back threes. Kansas needs a timeout. Cougars have cut it to 12. Back-to-back transition threes. And Houston suddenly, as Kansas has been dominating this entire game, Houston has suddenly cut it down to 12. With 9:06 left, and Bill Self and Kansas need a timeout. We'll take it as well. 9:07 remaining from Lawrence. Kansas leads the Cougars 60-48. 9:07 to go. Cougars trying to mount a comeback when we return, when our coverage of Houston basketball continues after a word from KPRC 950 AM.
You've got goals, and at TDECU, we can help you get in the game to live the life you want. Whether you're dreaming of owning a new house, paying for education, building savings, or retiring, make your play with us. We have solutions to help you do more and be more with lower rates on loans, higher yields on savings, and winning personal service. As Houston's largest credit union and the Cougars' biggest fan, we're your team for improving lives. Visit tdecu.org, equal housing lender, insured by NCAA.
Rhythm Energy is the official energy company of UH Athletics, and they're bringing good energy to every UH student, professor, faculty member, and fan. They're giving you something to cheer about. After you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll get $100 in bill credits toward future electricity bills. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH to get it. Terms and conditions apply.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
9:07 left to play. Back-to-back threes for the Cougars off of turnovers. Made it a 12-point game with 9:07 to go, 60-48. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by the Joint Chiropractic. Life moves until back, neck, or shoulder pain brings us to a stop. That's why there's the Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the University of Houston Athletics. To receive our $29 new patient special, visit thejoint.com today. Cougars 8 for 23 from the floor in the second half. Hit 4 threes in the second half, 4 for 10. Kansas shooting the lights out of it. They're 67% overall, 24 of 36. And they've not shot in the three all that well. 4 for 11's fine. Right around their season average of 36%. But it's like they've been hot from three. They've been hot from the floor. Kansas basketball out of the timeout. Wilson, Shed, Cryer, Walker, and Roberts, the 5 on the floor for Houston. Inbound to Harris, and Harris will walk it up. Wilson will defend. Harris at the logo. Here comes the screen. Harris lobs it up top. Dickinson fires it inside to Adams. Adams wants a post up. Turn spin right hand hook. Can't get the roll. Rebound by Roberts. Hands it off to Shed. Now would be a good time for one of those patented Houston Cougar defense forcing the opposition into a drought. Here's Shed dribbling into the corner. Finds Cryer right wing. Cryer's going to put it on the bounce. Cryer driving inside. Right hand layup. Can't get the roll. And the rebound tipped out of bounds by Roberts. Boy, it hung on the front of the iron and just couldn't get the roll. So close to a 10-point game. 8:32 left. Kansas basketball inbound to Harris. Harris into the front court. Sends it to Furphy left side. Up top McCullough. Right wing Dickinson. We bobble the ball but gets it back. Over to left side, McCullough. McCullough left to right along the perimeter. Picked up by Walker, up top to Adams. Adams to Furphy, left wing into the post. Dickinson, here comes the double team. Dickinson kick out Harris, fakes the pass, drives. Right elbow runner is good. 62-48, 14-point lead with 8 minutes remaining. Jamal Shed into the front court for Houston. Here comes the crowd again. Left wing Cryer. Cryer off the screen, sends it to Shed right sideline. Shed off the Walker screen, drives down the baseline on the left block. Now back outside with 8 to shoot. Left sideline Wilson. Wilson wants to attack. Wilson to the hoop, kicks it out right corner. Walker the pump fake, puts it on the bounce. Back to Wilson, right wing for 3. At the buzzer, it's off the front iron, no good. And then Dickinson throws away the outlet over the head of Adams and out of bounds. That'll be Cougar basketball, but first, a media timeout. Dickinson saying that it was tipped. I didn't think it was close to being tipped. 7:29 left to play from the Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. And the Jayhawks lead the Cougars 62-48. Bill Self now arguing with Doug Sherman the ball was tipped. Ball wasn't close to being tipped. It'll be Cougar basketball, but first to timeout. 62-48, Kansas in front. This is Houston basketball from Learfield.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace.
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
When you park with the parking spot, our friendly drivers get you from trunk to airport terminal faster. And the time you save parking with us, you can use to daydream about your Italian vacation, to practice talking with your hands, and to imagine how pizza will taste in its birthplace. Make a free reservation now at theparkingspot.com, and with the money you save, buy a triple gelato. Free reservations now at theparkingspot.com. The Parking Spot. We have airport parking covered.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
7:29 left to play from Fog Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. Kansas leads the Cougars by 14, 62-48. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Fans, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to support Houston athletics and offers great benefits to its members all over the Lone Star State. Visit TexasFarmBureau.org/sports to learn more at TexasFarmBureau.org/sports. So 7:29 left to go. We have not seen Javier Francis in the second half. He took a nasty fall in the first half, going up for a rebound, got undercut, fell backwards, attempting to reach for the basketball, and came down really hard. The Cougars have not used him since. He has stayed on the Cougar bench, which is probably promising, but has not played ever since the fall. Sharp back into the game. He's in for Wilson. Tugler's back into the game. In for Walker. So Shed, Sharp, Cryer, Roberts, and Tugler. Cougar ball inbound to Shed. Shed into the front court to Roberts. Right elbow. Handoff Shed. Shed down the baseline. Over to Cryer. Cryer takes a step up. 15-foot floater. Good. LJ Cryer has 16 points now for the Cougars, and Houston within 12. Sticking around. Pass nearly stolen to the backcourt by Shed. Harris dribbles it across the timeline. 7:10 to go, 62-50 Kansas. Pass to the right side, Furphy. Furphy, left of the logo for Harris. Harris lobs it up top to Brown. Brown to the right wing. Furphy for three. Good. Furphy has 17 points. And it's a 15-point lead for Kansas again. 65-50 with 6:45 to play. Right side, Sharp up top, Shed. Shed directing some traffic. Finds Cryer off the screen. Straight on three. Got it. Answers fire with fire. 12-point game. 65-53. 6.5 to play. Into the front court, Harris to McCullough, right of the logo. McCullough puts it on the bounce. McCullough down the right side of the lane. Cut off. Sends it to the left wing. Ball fake by Harris. Kicks it out to Brown. Brown's going to launch a three. It's good. They're making everything. Brown was 2 for 6 from downtown prior to that shot on the year. And he hits the three. 68-53 Kansas. 6 minutes to play. Cryer hands it off to Shed. Shed right sideline. Shed. Ball on the bounce, 8 to shoot. Shed, crossover. Shed to the free throw line. Shovels it to Sharp. Left wing, 4 to shoot. Will rise and fire for three. Too strong, no. Offensive rebound, Roberts. Kick out Cryer. Cryer the ball fake. Free throw line, spin move, left elbow. Teardrop is good. And Cryer now has 21 for the Houston Cougars. 5.5 to play. 68-55 our score. As LJ Cryer into over 20 points for the 7th time this season. 19th time in his career. 68-55 Kansas, 5:15 to play. Adams fires it right wing. Harris off the screen. Leaves it for Adams. The lob up top pass too tall. Looking for the alley-oop. Loose ball picked up by Cryer. And the outlet to Shed. Shed into the front court. To Cryer. Deep downtown three. Got it. LJ Cryer from between the rings. Makes it a 10-point game. 68-58. Under 5 minutes to go. Cryer now with 24. Matches a season high. Harris into the front court. Crowd here on their feet. Trying to help their team out. Adams to Harris. Harris has Tugler defending. Harris wants to go to work. Harris right side of the lane. Ball fake. Bounce pass inside Brown. Turns me left hand. Oh, there's foul called on Roberts when it looked like it was a block. And it's going to send Brown to the line to shoot two. Cougars trying to make a game of it. And the foul will send Brown to the line to shoot 2 free throws. 4:35 to go. That Brown three was big, too. Tugler's a little banged up. He's limping off the floor. Cougars are battered and bruised. Looks like he might have bumped knees. Wilson will check in. Cougars go small. Tugler's look good today. 4.7 rebounds for the injured Francis. Brown, the first of 2 is good. Well, that Brown three was a big one. That free throw makes it an 11-point game now. Brown shot that three from straight on. He 2 for 6 on the year. Brown second, makes them both. Dickinson will check back in for Brown as Brown gets a nice ovation. 70-58, 4:35 to go. Into Shed. Shed into the front court, right wing. Wilson hands it off to Shed. Shed wants to go baseline, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Furphy. That's the fourth on Furphy, team foul number 5. The Cougars will inbound baseline right side. Shed will pass it in. McCullough defends the inbound. Shed into Cryer. Cryer rising fire. 12-foot floater. It's short. Rebound tipped into the air. Outside. Loose ball. Goes into the backcourt. Foul is going to be called on Cryer. Cryer was holding. Gets called for the foul. That's the third on Cryer's 6th team foul. And Kansas will have the basketball in the front court. 20 on the shot clock. Up by 12. 70-58. 4:22 to play. McCullough will inbound sideline left side. McCullough lobs it into the backcourt for Harris. And Harris into the front court. Harris lobs it top of the arc. Adams into the post for Dickinson, right block. Dickinson spins baseline, right hand layup off the glass and in. 72-58 Kansas, 4:05 to play. And Shed into the front court. Shed off the screen, hard head. Shed on the attack. Shed left side of the lane to the hoop, and he's fouled going up. McCullough got him across the arms. First on McCullough, team foul number 6, and Jamal Shed will shoot 2 free throws. First a timeout. 3:54 left to play. Kansas has been in control throughout. Cougars will need something special in the final 3:54. Kansas up by 14, 72-58. Jamal Shed shoots 2, and we return. This is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
I'm Stuart Gus, official personal injury attorney of U of H Athletics. If you've been injured in an auto accident, big or small, who you have on your team matters. You can trust Gus to get you the best possible results for your case. If you've been injured in an accident, the name you can trust is Stuart J. Gus. As the official personal injury lawyer of U of H Athletics, you can count on my all-star team to fight for your rights like champions.
Call 866-TRUST-GUS today. TrustGus.com. Principal Office, Houston, Texas.
If you feel like you're getting sacked by your current electricity provider, Rhythm Energy is here to help. They're bringing good energy to the Cougar Nation by offering 100% green electricity plans. And after you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll get $100 in bill credits. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH for this deal. Just for Cougars fans. Terms and conditions apply.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, equipment's our middle name.
You owe it to yourself to visit Brookside Equipment. Brookside is your #1 dealer for everything John Deere, and we're blowing out the competition with hundreds off gators and thousands off tractors, all with great finance offers. Brookside since 1974, treating customers right. 9 Texas Gulf Coast locations. BrooksideUSA.com.
At Brookside Equipment Sales, we're tough enough to cut it.
Welcome back to Fog Allen Fieldhouse, where they're getting the crowd into this one with under 4 minutes to go. It's under 4 media timeout. They get the crowd lit up. And they are making some noise. And their team currently up by 14, 72-58, final 3:54. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Geico. Did you know that right now Geico's offering an extra 15% credit on car, motorcycle, and RV policies? That's on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Visit geico.com to learn more. Kansas has had the hot hand tonight. 68% from the floor, 28 for 41 shooting. Cougars 22 for 63, 35%. Houston actually has 3 more threes than Kansas. And L.J. Cryer is the leading scorer. He has 24 points. 21 of those 24 have come in the second half. 7th time that Cryer scored 20 or more. .72 points is tied for a season high that the Cougars have given up. They gave up 72 against Texas on Monday in overtime. And these 72 points for the Jayhawks today, matching a season high. They still have 3:54 to go over that. Shed will shoot 2. So 3:54 to play. First of 2 for Shed is good. That gives him 5 points. Has not had his best shooting game. 1 for 8 from the floor, 0 for 3 from downtown. They've used size on him with McCullough. But he does have 9 assists and has not turned it over once. Shed second. That one rolls off no good, and it's rebounded by Harris. So Tugler back into the game for the Cougars. That's good news. Left the game earlier with that. Looked like he banged knees. Up top to Dickinson. Hands it off to McCullough, right wing. McCullough off the screen. 3:40 to play. Houston down by 13. Furphy over to the left side to Harris. Harris left to the logo. Bounce pass top of the arc to Adams. Adams 5 to shoot. Back to Harris into the post. Dickinson. Dickinson turn spin. Left hand hook. It's good over Tugler. 74-59. 3:20 to play. Kansas has made their last 5 shots. On top of the logo for Shed. Shed to Cryer, right wing. Cryer over to the sideline right side. Cryer on the bounce. Cryer the runner. It's blocked. Tugler the rebound. 11 to shoot. Tugler hands it off to Cryer. Free throw line. Back to Tugler. Tugler with the 2-hand slam. 74-61. 2:55 left to play. Harris across the timeline. Sharp defends. Harris to Dickinson, left wing. Dickinson shovels it to Adams. Adams outside, left side. Adams to the top of the arc. Throws it away. He was looking for McCullough and threw it in the first row. That's the 17th turnover for Kansas. You know, they've shot it really well, but the Cougars have forced them into 17 turnovers. You know, the shooting makes it look like it is a dominating, lopsided effort, but they've made shots. Cryer to Sharp, right of the logo. Sharp over to the right corner, looks to go baseline, fires it left corner. Cryer, Harris got a hand on it, bats it out of bounds. Kansas turned it over 17 times. Cougars have only turned it over 3 times. But 69% shooting for Kansas, 35% shooting for Houston. Shed trying to get it in. Now Tugler pops up, hands it off to Shed, left wings. Shed underneath for Roberts, leaves it for Tugler. The ball fake, and now a right-hand reverse layup off the glass. Tugler has 8 points, 8 rebounds. 74-63 Kansas with 2:11 left to play. Harris into the front court, bounce pass to Dickinson, left wing, hands it off to Harris. Sharp knocks the ball free, but Harris is able to secure it. Harris picks up the dribble at the logo, 12 to shoot, over to the right wing for Adams. Adams wants to go to work, back cut, McCullough, layup good. Good pass, good finish. 76-63 Kansas, minute 45 to play. Shed left wing off the screen. Shed turns the corner to the elbow, kicks it out to Sharp, right wing for 3. In and out, no. Kansas fighting for the rebound with each other, lose it out of bounds. Cougars will have the basketball, baseline right side. Jamal Shed will pass it in. A minute 36 to go. Kansas in front, 76-63. Into Cryer, right corner. Up top to Shed. Shed to Tugler. Tugler back outside. Shed between the rings, 12 to shoot. Here comes the screen. Shed off the screen to the elbow. Kicks it out to Cryer, right corner for 3. Air ball too strong. Rebounded by Furphy. And Cryer came down, rolled his ankle, it looked like. And Cryer walking on it, but he has a little bit of a limp. It looks like the Cougars will sub here. Why not? Minute 15 to go. Kansas up by 13. So Wilson in for Cryer. McCullough will pass it in front of the Cougar bench. 75 seconds to go. And Kansas with a 76-63 advantage. Cougars pick up Kansas full court. Inbound to Harris. Harris into the front court. Harris right of the logo over to the right sideline for Adams. Adams up top right of the logo for Harris. 6 to shoot. Harris off the Adams screen. Adams pass inside Dickinson. Left-hand baby hook, no, but the putback dunk by McCullough. That'll be the punctuation mark tonight. Kelvin Samson's going to take a timeout. Bill Self will fire up the crowd. Full timeout for the Cougars with 44.4 to go. And Kansas up by 15, 78-63. Samson taking this timeout, do a little coaching. As some of the fans are starting to head to the exits, trying to beat the crowd, a sold-out crowd at Fog Allen. 365th straight sellout inside of this building. That holds 16,300. And Kansas will improve to 12-0 in this building. Kansas doesn't lose here much. The Jayhawks have just 4 home losses in the last 6 years. So it gives you a bit of an idea of how difficult it is to come into this place and win. And no one has done it this year. Only one team did it last year. Only one team did it the year before that. Only one team did it the year before that. Only one team did it the year before that. And nobody did it the year before that. 4 losses in 6 seasons. At home. These two teams will play again on March 9th. Final game of the regular season. Shed will inbound for the Cougars. Into Wilson. Wilson hands it off to Shed. Shed over to the right wing. Trying to get it inside to Tugler, and it's kicked. 20 to shoot. Inbound to Shed. Shed between the rings, off the screen. Shed, crossover dribble, step back, fade away from 12 feet is good. Shed gets it to fall, and Kelvin Sampson's going to take another timeout. And that's going to draw some boos from the crowd. I like this. You know, you're a coach that tells your team never to quit. Fight to the end. Even when you know the result has been determined. The Cougars fighting to the end. 31 seconds to go. Cougars down by 13. Before Kansas inbounds the basketball, let's pause for station identification along the Houston Sports Network. Kansas will inbound. 30.9 to play. 9-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Cougars with some full court man-to-man. Maybe work on a trap here. We'll see. McCullough running the baseline, looking to get it in. Gets it into Adams. Adams back to McCullough. Over to Harris, and Harris walks it into the front court. Cougars will retreat. Lob it to McCullough. McCullough right sideline, Adams. Adams back towards midcourt. No pressure here. Now to Harris, left of the logo. Harris with 6 to shoot. And now Harris, shot clock violation. Oh, they're going to go ahead and there should be 0.9. There was a 9.9 second differential between shot clock and game clock, and the horn went off, and the cheerleaders and the mascot started to run on. So I don't know why they put it at 1.9. Shot clock was at 30. There we go, 0.9. Inbound to Shed. Shed will dribble it out. Kansas improves to 12-0 at home as they defeat Houston by a final score of 78-65. Cougars' 5-game winning streak is snapped as the Jayhawks improve to 18-4 on the year, 6-3 in Big 12 play. The Cougars fall to 19-3, 6-3 in Big 12 play. We'll step aside. Coming up in the Cougar postgame show, final look at our scoreboards, final stats, a little bit of highlights, and recap this one as well. Houston falls at Kansas 78-65. Postgame show is next. This is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
When you drive a Ford truck, there's strength in numbers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 straight years and the best in Texas. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty offer the strength to help you be at your very best. Drive one today at your best in Texas Ford dealer. There's a great selection in stock based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Progressive knows we're all trying to save right now.
So, no pick sixes, no blitzes, no sacks.
Nope, none of that. But there's this cool move called a